is called The Last Laugh, and it reimagines the lives of three of Britain's greatest comedy heroes, Eric Morgan, Tommy Cooper and Bob Monkhouse, as they come together in the theatre dressing room, provide us with some gags and giggles and a good dose of nostalgia.
I believe they might even be there in the dressing room now. Ah, look.
Hey! Oh, my God. Gosh. A man who refuses to let success go to his clothes.
So, Eric, what song are you opening with these days?
Well, I mean, we usually open with something like Following You Around.
Oh, I love following you around. Go on, Eric. Give us a little bit of that.
Yeah, go on, Eric, give us a bit of that. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I don't really like it.
Oh.
I mean, to be honest, I hate it.
Well, in that case, I'll definitely do it. Now, come on, boys. You're going to join in with the bum-bit-dum-bit-dum-bum bits.
With the what?
Oh, you'll know when it comes to it.
I haven't got a clue what he's talking about.
Take a seat, Tommy.
I said, oh, do it.
Anywhere, I will find you. Don't care where. Look behind you, I'll be there. Following you around. Come on, boys. Oh, yes, the Harpenden hot shot. Let's do this properly. Hit it! Rain or shine, you won't shake me, I don't mind. Where you take me, spend my time following you around. Now listen, don't you know, honey mommy does no good. Wherever you may go, I see it's the neighborhood. Now if you fly, I will follow. I don't care about tomorrow. Here we go. If you run, I'll run faster. You're just like a piece of plaster. I get my kicks following you around. I get my kicks following you around. Oh, I get my kicks following you around. You're so spontaneous.
Brilliant.
So this is going to get confusing because we've got Bob who plays Eric. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Damien who plays Tommy and Simon who plays Bob. Wow! Bob, so this is the ultimate source of a bit of nostalgia, really.
Nostalgia, yeah, we do tap into nostalgia, but more importantly, I think we try to get into the minds of these wonderful comics, these iconic, our heroes, really. We sort of try to celebrate them. I guess it's our love letter. We find them in a dressing room before their respective last gigs.
Right.
So it's a sort of pressured environment, but like all good theatre, it's got a good story.
Yes, always. That was actually my next question, because there are huge comedy shoes to fill, right? Yeah. Do you feel that pressure, bringing it to life?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a huge responsibility. And I mean, the thing is, it's not an impression. I mean, it can't be. Because when you're doing acting and it's so three-dimensional. So I think we have to channel the spirit of these comedians and do it with such love and respect. And I think that's the key to it.
So if people are coming to it, what can they expect? Is it a play itself? So it's about how they...
It's definitely a play, yeah. It is, I mean, as Bob said, it's a love letter from us to them. I mean, it's very nostalgic, it's warm. I mean, it's funny, it's very funny, but it's also, I mean, you'll cry as well.
Yeah, bring your hankies.
Yeah, bring your hankies. Because we do go into everything, you know, about the art of comedy and about their life and how hard it was just to be funny and to be expected to be funny all the time.
Yeah, what goes on in their minds?
Yeah.
You know, that's what
they got on, right? They were friends. They were
they were all friends. Yeah. They all hung out together, didn't they?
Can you imagine being in that room, though?
Yeah.
I mean, you just go quiet, wouldn't you, and just let them get on with it, which is kind of what the play does.
Well, they're all trying to get the last laugh. That was the
It was very good, that.
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
We do it for the first time next week in Brighton. Yeah.
I remember when Tommy passed away. It was such a moment, wasn't it? The fact he died on stage.
Yeah.
Both Tommy and Eric were quite young, weren't they?
Yeah. They were only a month apart as well in 1984. Yeah.
But everyone remembers it as well. Everyone you talk to says, I remember where I was. And I remember where I was with my dad, and we was watching it on the telly, and we thought that was weird.
Yeah.
And I was only young, and then those were the days when you had CFAX.
Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
on CFAX, and by the time it had come back on, they'd said that Tommy Cooper had died.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say we sort of tap into a more innocent time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When comedy was different, people were different, and perhaps we link it to family, you know, and people that aren't maybe around now. So that's the sentimental angle of it.
Yes.
But
Really, we get a lot of feedback from the audience who say it does remind them of their own childhoods and sitting with families in the days where you just had 3 channels or maybe 4, and it was that unity of the family unit.
Simple.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you call
Yes,
it?
we love that.
Bob
I speak for
Monkhouse
myself.
he was a brilliant comedian, but such a good host as well.
Yes, he
That
was.
great warmth to him.
Yeah.
He was such a people person, I think.
He was.
Yeah.
And much misunderstood. And I think the great thing about this play, if you come and see it, is you'll figure out what the real man was all about. And yes, he was smooth, he was perfect with his lines, but he was actually a really warm, genuine human who I actually met in this building in 1989.
Oh.
Yes. Bob Says Opportunity Knocks, which was a show he hosted, and I impersonated him, and he helped me with the impression, and I can remember sitting in a dressing room with him and him going, Simon, I'm just trying to think how I would do myself, and I think it might be like this. Great.
That is
It's like you, Dermot, hey?
That's really lovely.
He's lovely. You're
What
right.
would you say if you could meet them?
How did you do that?
Good question. Yeah. I'd say, what would you say, Tommy, is the art of comedy? What would you say was the art of comedy? Because, I mean, the thing is about the play as well, it's all about the different styles, because they're all different.
Yes.
I mean, Tommy was just naturally funny. He couldn't help it. He says, you know, in the play, I can't help it. So, whereas Bob really worked at it.
Yeah.
Because,
He's a technician.
yeah, and Eric was just
Well,
Eric.
always on was
Always
the
on,
phrase that we've come across so much. You know, just walk into the bank, go, hello,
Yes.
always on. But obviously, with the play, we're trying to tap into what they were like when they were just in a dressing room and chatting amongst themselves. That's the kind of ethos behind our play. We're really honoured to be playing these parts. That's
Privilege.
it is a
Privilege.
Yeah.
All right, great stuff.
Thank
the
you.
last laugh is touring nationally. Very, very soon, coming up very soon. The last laugh is touring nationally from the UK from February the 11th through to August the 25th. Because it's time to find out what the loose women are talking about today. Hey, Kate.
Okay.
Hi, Jeremy.